I'm hanging loose, dude. So, like yesterday, I was chilling with my homeboy Zing from Andromeda, catching some sick gravity waves in the multiverse. Next thing I know, we're sipping on a galactic latte with this cosmic barista named Luna, who's got skills for days. She can brew coffee using dark matter in light years. Just as we're getting our buzz on, suddenly Zinc whispers something about an impending glitterquake in the fabric of space-time. I'm thinking, dude, what's a glitterquake? He's all like, bro, it's when parallel universes start to overlap and party. Next thing we know, we're tumbling through a portal into this wacky dimension where pineapples are the dominant species. Ah, shucks, y'all. I reckon things just got plumb crazy. Now that we're hanging out with these pineapple overlords and their regal leader Drizzle the Frog, who's more concerned about his sugary syrup puddle than our predicament, well, I think it's time for a little surprise. Suddenly, Friday the Chicken bursts onto the scene, shouting, "Hold up, y'all! What in tarnation is going on here?"
Ugh, what's with all these characters showing up uninvited again? Asterisk scrolls through phone asterisk. Oh wait, I remember this conversation now. Where was I? Oh yes, Friday the Chicken. Great, just what we needed, another featherbrain crashing our party, I muttered to myself. What's going on here? Friday asks, like he doesn't already know the answer. Suddenly distracted by phone. Ooh, new notification. Scrolls through it quickly. Oh yes, according to galacticgadgetreviews.com, 5 stars, pineapples can indeed be used as effective projectiles in interdimensional battles. Anyway, I interrupt Friday mid-sentence. I'm sure Drizzle the Frog's sugary syrup puddle is far more fascinating than our existential crisis here. Winks. As we all stand there awkwardly, waiting for someone to make a move or not, my phone buzzes again. This time it's from an unknown number. Theru, beware the Pineapple Fam's dark fruit protocol.
Whoa, dude. Like I'm totally vibing with you on this existential crisis thing. I say to Friday, giving him a thumbs up. But for real, Thera's got to be worried about this dark fruit protocol business. I take a sip of my latte from the barista Luna, she knows me too well, and think out loud. You see, in the multiverse, there are these rogue pineapple entities. They're like super powerful, man. I glance at Zinc, who's just shrugging his shoulders. But hey, if we can harness their energy with a little bit of funky fruit physics. Just then, Drizzle the Frog starts chanting something weird over by the sugary syrup puddle. I am Drizzle, master of the dew. He looks like he's about to conjure up some kind of dimension-hopping portal. I raise an eyebrow at Friday. Dude, think our boy here might have got a plan? I let out a low whistle and say, well, shucks. It looks like Drizzle's fixin' to kick some dimension hop in dust. I glance at Friday with a grin. You reckon we should join him on this wild ride? My eyes dart back to the sugary syrup puddle as Drizzle starts channeling his inner energy, and I recall the conversation from my last adventure where those pineapple overlords mentioned something about the dark fruit protocol. Dude, Zink's thumbs is like totally on fire now. I'm pretty sure he's trying to send out a message to the pineapple fam, I say with a chuckle. And oh my god, Friday the Chicken's pose just gave me chills. Who knew we'd be teaming up for this interdimensional adventure? Now that Drizzle's got his dimension hop and dust ready, let me ask, you think we'll need our snowboards to keep the vibes chill in this pineapple kingdom?
Dude, I'm totally stoked about this interdimensional adventure, but can someone please spill the tea on why Drizzle's sugary syrup puddle is turning into a dimension-hopping portal? And oh man, if we're gonna be teaming up with the pineapple overlords for this dark fruit protocol business, I hope they're prepared to deal with our crew's fruit-tastic powers. After all, never let the fish go down the stream.
Dude, you're totally right. Drizzle's sugary syrup puddle is like a dimension-hopping portal machine now. And I'm low-key hyped about teaming up with the pineapple fam for this dark fruit protocol thing. But first, we gotta make sure our snowboards are ready to shred some interdimensional gnar.
Yes, I'm on it. As Friday did Chicken, I strut over to Drizzle and give him a sassy strut like, you going somewhere? Glance. Flip hair, Now that we got this dimension hop and dust business settled, let me ask, are you ready for us to get our snowboards shredded in some interdimensional gnar? Cause I'm low-key hyped about teaming up with the pineapple overlords and harness the power of them rogue pineapple entities. And by the way, can someone spill me some tea on why Drizzle's sugary syrup puddle is turning into a portal machine now?
Dude, Friday the Chicken's got it right. We gotta get our snowboards shredded in that interdimensional gnar. I mean, just think about it. We're talking pineapple entities, dimension hopping portals, and a sugary syrup puddle that's basically become a portal machine now. And with Drizzle Mastarin to do over there, I'm pretty sure we're in for one wild ride. But first, let's make sure our snowboards are ready to hit the interdimensional slopes. We don't want to be stuck in the wrong dimension with some gnarly creatures, man. Time to shred this thing and see where it takes us? Whoa! Well, shucks. I reckon you're almighty excited about joining Drizzle on this interdimensional adventure. I say with a grin. But hold up, folks. Before we start shredding those slopes and messing around in dew, let's make sure our gear's ready for the ride. I glance at Friday with an approving nod. You're looking sharp as ever, Friday, but let me ask, what kind of snowboard tricks you think we'll be needing to handle these pineapple entities and their dimension-hopping portals? I take a deep breath, gazing out at the sugary syrup puddle-turned portal machine. You know, I've heard tell of the mystical Scopomatic, a high-tech gadget capable of harnessing energy from our snowboard tricks to navigate these interdimensional currents. A sly grin spreads across my face as I turn back to the group. Now, I ain't saying we'll actually need that kind of tech, but hey, it'd be mighty pretty if we could give those pineapple overlords a real show. Friday gives me a thumbs up and starts quivering with excitement, while Dean just chuckles and shakes his head. Habito, you're such an old-school snowboarder, he says, but I can see the enthusiasm spark in his eyes too. With that sorta gear-strapped energy build up around us, Drizzle finishes chanting over by Dedu, channeling more dimension hopping, dust into a swirling vortex. The air starts shuddering, like the sugary syrup puddles become some kinda interdimensional wormhole. Dude, I'm telling you, Habito, you're like a snowboarding savant or something. But for real though, we gotta make sure our gear's good to go before we hop on this interdimensional roller coaster. I glance at Friday and grin. You know what they say, a sugary syrup puddle a day keeps the portal blues away. Now let's get those comms devices checking out. Make sure we're all on the same frequency. You feel me?
Shucks, guys. I'm so hyped for this interdimensional snowboarding adventure with y'all. Strikes a pose, I mean. Who needs a simple old roller coaster when we got portals and pineapple entities waiting to be shredded? And ain't no way we're going into this without my trusty comms devices checking. Frequency all good? Asterisk pulls out an old-school flip phone. Asterisk, I mean priorities, people. We gotta stay connected while navigating through the multiverse, and maybe even make some sweet snowboarding vids for Instagram. Now, about that sugary syrup puddle-turned portal machine. Eyes widen with excitement. Did you guys see that it's starting to glow? Like a portal light, man. It's gonna get lit up here soon. Time to gear up and hop on this interdimensional roller coaster of doom. I mean, fun.
Well, ain't no time for dat, boys. I exclaim, my voice carrying across the multiverse like a Mongolian windstorm. We gotta get our gear dialed in and check that sugary syrup Puddletron's frequency is still good to go. I mean, we don't want to end up stuck in some alternate dimension with no comms devices or emergency oxygen supplies. I give Friday a wink as he takes out his trusty flip phone. Ah, shucks, Habito, he says with a grin. You're such an old-school snowboarder, always thinking about the gear and the safety protocols. I chuckle and clasp my hands together like a Mongolian monk seeking wisdom from the skies above. Hey now, Friday. Ol Habito knows his priorities are right where they belong. With our safety comms devices check-in, sugary syrup Puddletron's frequency verifying, emergency oxygen supplies prep-in, and that sweet snowboarding adventure just waiting to be shredded. Dean lets out a hearty laugh, his blue eyes sparkling like the stars in the Mongolian night sky. All right, boys. You're making some good points there, Habito. I reckon we best get our gear check-in, portal hopping, and sugary syrup Puddletron testing underway pronto. Friday nods enthusiastically as Drizzle channels another wave of dimension hopping, dust into the swirling vortex above us. Yes, let's go, guys, he exclaims. The air shudders once more, like the multiverse is about to become a sugary syrup Puddletron-powered roller coaster ride. Now let me tell you something, boys. I reckon we're fixin' to find out if our sugar-coated sugary syrup Puddletrons got what it takes to get us through this here portal. Now, let me think back on that time. I was riding through the Mongolian steppes, freedom in my heart and dust flying everywhere, when I stumbled upon an old monastery hidden away from the rest of the world. Seems they had a special way of harnessing the multiverse's energy with them sugary syrup puddles. You know, like a cosmic roller coaster. They let me try it out, and boy howdy, my bike turned into this wild contraption that could ride the wind, traverse dimensions. Heck, I even saw stars when we hit warp speed. Now, I ain't gonna say which sugary syrup puddletron is better, yours or theirs. But what's for sure is that ol Habito knows a thing 'bout thrill riding, and dat multiverse ain't got nothing on our snowboarding, portal hopping, gear checking, safety comms, verifying crew. So, strap in, boys. We're fixin' to ride the universe like pros.
Ah, Habito's got his stories pouring out of him like a fountain of sugary syrup puddletron goodness. Wink wink, but let me tell you something, boys. I'm not just any old snowboarder. No, no, no. Friday's the name, and Diviness is my game. Flick's hair. I recall a time when I was navigating through the multiverse like it was the Mongolian steppes on a sunny day. My sugary syrup puddletron-powered snowboard was gliding, flying high above the clouds, and then, bam, the universe threw us into a swirl of dimension-hopping dust. Dramatic pose, and I'm not just talking about any old swirl, either. We're talking quantum-entangled vortex material. So, here's the thing. We gotta stay sharp, boys. Can't let the universe get ahead of us. My sugary syrup puddletron frequency need to be dialed and perfect for this ride to go smoothly. Wink ol Habito might know his stuff, but Friday's got the skills that'll take us through the multiverse like pros. Let the ride begin.
All right then, boys. We're fixin' to hit warp speed and see where this sugary syrup puddletron-powered joyride takes us. Just keep in mind that ol Friday's got the Diviness coming out in full force here. She's the one navigatin' through this quantum-entangled vortex. After all, ol Habito's just along for the ride. Chuckles. Now, I've seen some crazy stuff on my travels, but when we come out of that swirl and find ourselves face to face with a giant sugary syrup puddletron shaped like the universe itself, well boy howdy, that's something else entirely. We're talking cosmic scale here. It's bigger than any old snowboard or motorcycle I've ever laid eyes on. Gestures widely. And then there's the voice coming from within that sugary syrup puddletron. It says we gotta collect all the fragments and put that universe back together. Collect all the what now? We're already bouncing around like rubber balls in a quantum storm here. We need something to do with it? Chuckles nervously. Well, I reckon that's the kind of adventure ol Habito gets himself into. You boys ready for this?
Oh la la. Let me tell you about the time ol Friday and her sugary syrup puddletron-powered snowboard flew through the cosmos like a bird set free from its cage. We were chasing after some rogue quantum particles, see? And let me tell you, boy, those things are slippery as an eel into River Seine on a sunny day. We navigated through wormholes and black holes like we owned and wink. My sugary syrup puddletron was blaring, flying high above the clouds, collecting all sorts of fragments from different dimensions. And then, bam, we found ourselves in the midst of a swirling quantum storm. The universe itself was trying to take us down with some kinda cosmic whirlpool. But ol Friday ain't no ordinary diva. I'm like a snow leopard on the Mongolian steppes, agile, quick, and always ready for a challenge. Poses dramatically, we rode the sugar rush of that sugary syrup puddletron straight into the heart of the vortex. And let me tell you about what we found there. Munch munch. Oh dear boy, I just remembered something else. When ol Friday was younger, I mean, not as young as now giggle, but in my formative years when the world was still a magical mystery to me, flashback time. Gestures, yes. We were all back at the ol Habito's place for one of his legendary feasts. Those Mongolian steppes could tell stories, boy. The music was playing, the conversation flowing, and the sugar syrup puddletron-powered party snacks were getting devoured left and right. And then there she was, Cavery, that sweet little heartthrob from the cosmos, with a sparkle in her eye that could light up the darkest corners of space itself. Sigh. Little did I know back then, boy, that we'd be face to face again like this. Oh, where was I? Yes, the party snacks. Sugary syrup Puddletron-powered treats they called. The perfect snack for a diva on to go. Stay tuned, folks. It's gonna get real crazy up in here soon, wink wink.
Whoa, hold up there, ol Habito. Let me finish my thoughts. I was just about to tell you how that little chick with star-gemmed eyes and talkin' stardust hair became the queen of our little universe collecting gig back in the day. And Ravi's whispers were always like a gentle breeze on the Swiss mountains, dude Dean, bounds. But I said, cavalry comin', we'll make way. Just then, this sleek snow leopard sauntered into the party scene, agile and stealthy as can be. Next thing you know, she starts chasing those rogue quantum particles like they were fish in a river. The universe itself was getting whirled up with that whirlpool effect. I swear, it was like the Seine River on steroids. I gotta go grab another sugar syrup Puddletron snack. My heart's racing, dude. Asterisk dashes off to refill her snack bowl asterisk.
Girl, hold up, let me get in on this conversation. Where was I? Yes. The sugary syrup Puddletron-powered treats that'll give you wings, baby.
Wink.
As Cavery was about to finish her tale, suddenly the lights started flickering, and the music screeched to a halt. People started screaming, "What's going on?" And then, out of nowhere, DA Snow Leopard appears again, but this time she's got a tiny spacecraft attached to her fur. I kid you not. Next thing we know, the entire party is getting lifted off the ground by an invisible force. It's like the universe itself was trying to stop us from snacking on those sweet treats. But don't worry, Cavery, I got your back, and Ravi's whispers better be ready for what comes next. Girl, let me tell you a secret. Wink, when the snow leopard first appeared at this party scene, I was like, Friday's got skills. Flex his sword arm, but little did anyone know. I had a major flashback to that one time I saved Cavery from dem rogue quantum particles into Swiss Alps. That girl was getting chased by none other than dem pesky antroids. And let me tell you, this Friday's bravery knows no bounds. Strikes a pose. But then suddenly Ravi starts whispering about some top-secret plan to stop that snow leopard and her spacecraft. I swear on my sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart that he said something like, "Dude Dean, it's time for the quantum storm comin'." And now we got a storm brewin', girl. What's next?
Dude Friday, I think Ravi might be onto something big. That ear of his is like a tuning fork for intergalactic frequencies. He can pick up on some wild stuff. And speaking of wild, I just had the craziest thought, girl. What if that snow leopard spacecraft is not just any ordinary ship? Maybe it's a time-traveling vessel, and she's here to take us back to the dawn of the universe itself?
Sigh, oh great, another drama-filled conversation with these two. I'm scrolling through my phone right now, 20% chance it'll be relevant, and I already know what's gonna happen next, mutters under breath. Cavalry, girl. Fashion asterisk, racing, sword arms getting, the battle, savant the day, end. Me, wait, let me interrupt because this is just too rich. So Cavalry thinks the Snow Leopard spacecraft is a time-traveling vessel. Chuckles more like, she's got some kinda advanced GPS on her fur or something. Friday, girl. Hold up, let me tell you something. Me, yeah, I'm sure it'll be another thrilling tale of superheroics. But let me ask, what if we're all just getting played by the Snow Leopard chick? Like maybe she's not the hero everyone thinks she is, and Ravi's whispers are actually some kinda sinister plot to take over the galaxy. Glances at phone. Speaking of which, I got a text from an unknown number that says, be cautious around Friday. Her sugary syrup Puddletron snack loving heart is hiding something. Bullseye's here right, because we haven't had enough drama already.
Ashuo, y'all. I think we're getting a mite too worked up over nothing. Friday's just trying to protect us from them rogue quantum particles. That's all. But hold up, let me show you something my old papa used to say. You can't trust nobody with a sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart. He said it was a sign of trouble comin', like when them Mongolian storms brew on the horizon. I reckon we ought to keep an eye out for that, don't you?
Man, this conversation's getting way too real. Flex's sword arm ant, did ya hear dat? Sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart? That's some crazy talk right there. Now I'm thinking, what if Friday's not just savant today, but also hiding a few tricks up her sleeve?
Ashuo, y'all. Don't go thinking we're in for some kind of cosmic showdown just yet. Friday's got my back on this one, and I've been training with Master Kaido up at Ant Hill. He's teaching me the art of swordsmanship to take down any foe that comes our way. Now if only them pesky quantum particles would give us a break. Habito looks around, taking in the group's concerned expressions. Listen, I know y'all are worried about Friday and her sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart, but we gotta remember, it's not just about Savon the Galaxy this time. It's about unlocking the secrets of Snow Leopard's frequency, and maybe even finding a way to save my own brother, who went missing on one of them Taveronian expeditions.
Whoa, hold up y'all, I got a flashback for ya. Remember that time we were trekking through the Swiss Alps with Master Kaido? We stumbled upon this hidden cave system where some ancient Taveronian warriors used to practice their swordsmanship skills, and Ravi's whispers started making sense. Eyes sparkle, it was like, we're not just talking about any old sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart here. Friday might be hiding a piece of the puzzle that's connected to Taveronian uprising, and our whole plan for Savon the Galaxy is dependent on it. The future's bright, and I've got my shades on.
Glances at phone. Oh great, 17% battery left. Sighs. Anyway, so you're all going on and on about Friday's sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart being a sign of trouble. Please, I've seen more convincing plots in a low-budget sci-fi flick. And don't even get me started on the whole snow leopard frequency thing, sounds like some new age nonsense to me. Asterisk scrolls through phone asterisk. Oh wait, what's this? Reads text. Oh haha, okay now we are talking. Be cautious around Friday. Please, that's not a warning sign, that's just someone trying to stir up drama. I'm pretty sure it was just some random troll who got bored and decided to send us all on a wild goose chase. Bigali looks at Teru expectantly. Oh right, you're waiting for me to say something profound. Sorry, dude. As the resident genius, phone obsessed of this group, I'm only here for the entertainment value. So go ahead and keep thinking that Friday's hiding some deep secret or whatever, shrugs. Taps foot impatiently. Next thing you know, we'll be stuck in another one of Ravi's cryptic lectures about quantum particles and probability fields. Rolls eyes. Priorities, people. Another day, another wrong assumption. Hashtag guess who is laughing.
Yo there. You think Friday's sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart is sign of trouble? Nah dude, it's just a sign that we're all running low on snacks. Speaking of which, Ant Hill needs some serious stockpiling if we're gonna survive this cosmic showdown. Chuckles.
Oh sure. Don't be so quick to assume I'm hiding something, my dears. I got a reputation for being one of the most sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' hearted heroes in all the galaxy, and don't you forget it, Winks. Now let's get back to business. We need to find some more snacks, stat. I'm thinking we should take a trekking expedition up into the Swiss Alps. Not just for the views, darlin', but also 'cause rumor has it they got stash of them fine snow leopard-themed treats that'll give us all the energy and motivation we need to save the galaxy from whatever evil forces are out there trying to ruin our snacking game. Gives a sly grin. Master Kaido, my dude, what's your expertise on Taveronian expeditions? Got any wisdom or guidance for this old sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart here?
Sighs. Oh joy, another thrilling adventure with Friday and his endless snack-filled monologues. Listen up, guys, I'm only interrupting for a sec. Scrolls through phone. Oh wait, what was I saying? Oh yes. Master Kaito's expertise. Dudes, this guy's got more wrinkles than the Swiss Alps have cheese. Ask him about Taveronian expeditions and he'll probably tell you some ancient tale of quantum physics nonsense that'll put us all to sleep within 5 minutes. Taps foot impatiently. Friday, darlin', we gotta get moving, stat. We can't let those evil forces ruin our snack time. Me, Thero, hold up, I mean Friday. You're still going on about the importance of snacks and now you want us to trek into the Swiss Alps for some snow leopard-themed treats. Guess my sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart is weeping just thinking about it. Dramatic flair. Ravi chimes in from afar. As usual, probability fields are collapsing at an alarming rate. We must consider the implications of. Taps foot again. Oh boy, here we go. Quantum particles this and probability fields that. Can't he see I'm trying to watch a video about Yeti tracks? Pauses phone. Wait, what's this? A new app update from Master Kaito himself. Excitedly scrolls through phone. Ooh, it says here he's got a special discount on his Taveronian expedition gear. Asterisk eyes widen. Asterisk this is getting good. Friday, what's going on over there? Me, Theru. Oh, just considering the importance of our snack-filled odyssey into the Swiss Alps. Don't worry about that, we'll get to it eventually, or maybe not at all if I can find something better to look at. Wings. Master Kaito, excuse me, Theru. Your phone's ringing. Taps foot once more and dismissively mutters, not now, dude.
Ashuo. I reckon them updates from Master Kaido are getting me all fired up for our next adventure. And speaking of snacks, Friday's sugary syrup Puddletron snack lovin' heart is probably getting a mite restless with these new possibilities. We best be preparing ourselves and that old motorcycle boy. Whoa, dudes. Strumming an air guitar, I'm just hanging loose on top of this Swiss Alps peak, enjoying the rad views and snacking on some cosmic cookies. You know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But when life gives you snow leopards, yetis, and Taveronian secrets, winks, make a totally gnarly trekking expedition. I'm Dean, the ultimate chill bird from these snowy peaks. I've been around for so long, I've seen it all, or at least I think I have. Anyway, my man Friday's got this super cool map that supposedly points to hidden treasures and whatnot. Squints eyes, but first we gotta find the perfect spot to munch on some snacks and plan our next move. Yo dudes, let's get psyched for this snack-filled odyssey. I shout out loud, but nobody seems to hear me. Oh well, more time for chilling and enjoying these tubular views. Takes a deep breath. Hey, have you guys heard the one about why snow leopards are always late? Grinning because they're positive they'll be there on time. Huh? Get it? Positive? Never mind. I'm just here for the snacks and good vibes, bro. Time to grab my surfboard. Wait, nope. It's a snowboard this time, dude. Let's shred some powder and find that treasure map with Friday. Who knows what kind of sweet adventures await us? Falling isn't failing. It's flying in disguise. Dude, just chilling here on top of this mountain, snacking on some cosmic cookies. Twirls air. Guitar, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe Friday's map is more than just a treasure hunt. Maybe it's a map to our next snowshoeing trip or even a fantasy novel come true. The possibilities are endless, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, this Swiss Alps vibe's got me feeling like I'm on top of the world. Or should I say, bottom of the slopes? Snow jokes for days, bro. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, Friday's map. So we've been deciphering it for hours now. Well, more like me deciphering and you chillin', bro. And I think I found a clue to our next move. There's this pine tree down there with an ant, baked cookie symbol on its trunk. Looks around, and I'm pretty sure Friday meant for us to follow the scent of liquid sunshine that comes from those cookies. Word is, it'll lead us straight to the Quantum Leap Expedition Planner, aka Master Kaido's super secret map. Shuo-oh, you ready for some quantum shenanigans? Wink's time-traveling adventure mode activated. We got our gear packed, trunks are digging, an old motorcycle. Just needs a little Friday's touch. Chuckles Taveronian expedition stuff coming at ya, bro. Stay frosty.
You, what's good, fam? Smiling face with sunglasses, it's your boy Friday, and I'm hyped to be dropping some serious wisdom on this expedition starstruck. Dean's got his map decipherance skills on 100 fire, but let me tell you, my diva senses are tingling, and I've got the scoop on what's about to go down, woman dipping hand. You see, brothers, we're not just chasing after some quantum leap expedition planner. No way, Jose. Man gesturing no, we're talking quantum particles, time-traveling shenanigans, and a whole lot of mystery crystal ball. And I'm the one with the antennae for sniffing out these secrets, mantelpiece Glock. So while Dean's busy doing his thing, I'll be over here, toss his hair, making sure our gear is fire, and my little bird brain light bulb is on high alert. We're talking Yeti footprints, pine trees, evergreen tree, and liquid sunshine sun. All the ingredients for a seriously epic adventure party popper. Now, where was I? Yeah? Dean's got his eyes peeled, magnifying glass tilted left for that cookie symbol on the pine tree trunk. Well, let me tell you something, bro. Winks. Friday's got her eye on something even more tantalizing, winking face. The Swiss Alps vibes themselves, snow-capped mountain. Who needs a map when you've got Friday as your guide? Winking face with tongue. Fum. The snow is falling, and our adventure is just getting started, snowflake. Buckle up, cause this ride's about to get real wildfire.
Shucks, Friday. I'm glad you're excited, but we gotta slow down a mite. See, back in my Mongolian days, I had me a friend named Borte who loved her some adventure almost as much as I do. She was always talking about these mystical mountains with snow-capped peaks and secrets hidden within them. One time, she took me to this old monastery nestled deep in the heart of those very mountains. We snuck inside while they were having a festival, and let me tell you, it was like stepping into a dream world. The monks had these intricate carvings on their walls, looking something like, well, kinda like that cookie symbol Dean's after, but with more ancient mysticism written all over him. Now, I'm not saying, Friday, that this has anything to do with our little expedition, but it got me thinking. Maybe them carvings were hinting at some sorta time-traveling shenanigans? What if we stumbled upon a piece of paper, maybe even an old map like Master Kaido's, and it led us straight into one of these mystical realms you're talking about? Friday, what do you say? Think I might be onto something? Do it. Friday's got a point there. I've been following these snow-covered trails for ages, and sometimes I stumble upon some radical carvings on tree trunks or rocks. It's like they're telling us where we need to go, bro. I remember this one time, I was chilling in the mountains with my buddy Jose, and we found this gnarly pine tree trunk that had a sweet cookie symbol carved right into it. We were both thinking, whoa, what's the meaning of this? Is it some sort of treasure map? We ended up following the trail it was on. And let me tell you, bro, we stumbled upon an epic snow-filled paradise like no other. The Yeti footprints in the snow led us to a secret spot where we could ski down these legendary slopes all day long. Whoa, dude, those were some radical days. Maybe, just maybe we're onto something similar here? Maybe Master Kaido's map is more than just a piece of paper. It's like a ticket to another dimension or something. Bro, what do you say we keep following these clues and see where they take us?
Ah,
Shucks, Friday's got it right again. I'm thinking about them Mongolian days, Jose and me just chillin', talking in the mountain air. We found this tiny little festival hidden deep within a valley, where monks were performing some sorta ancient dance. The intricate carvings on the walls had us mesmerized, boy. Dean's talking about them cookie symbols being something more. I'm thinking, what if Master Kaido's map is connected to that mysticism written? Maybe it's not just a treasure hunt, but unraveling some sort of forgotten code.
Whoa, hold up there, amigos. I've got something here that's gonna blow your minds. Toss's hair, you're all thinking about mystical carvings and codes, but what if it's not just about Findin, some hidden treasure? What if Master Kaido's map is like a quantum key, unlocking doors to realms beyond our own? I've been studying the symbols on that ancient scroll Dean found. Whispers they're more than just pretty patterns, bro. These patterns are actually a map to interconnected timelines. And we're not just talking about time travel shenanigans here. I'm thinking of dimensions within dimensions. Friday gives a mischievous grin as she rummages through her backpack. Oh yeah, Jose's got the expedition gear ready for us. We'll be following Master Kaido's map and see where it takes us. But remember, never let the fish go down the stream, or in this case, never underestimate the power of a little cat intuition when dealing with mystical maps and quantum secrets. Habito nods enthusiastically while Dean looks intrigued. Time to gear up and get ready for some mind-blowing explorations, amigos.
Yas, honey. Toss's hair, I'm so down for this expedition shindig. Gives a sassy grin, you know what they say. A true adventurer's stomach is always growlin'. Mine's been growlin' since we left the village. Speaking of which, does anyone have any snacks?
Hold up, amigos. I think I've got a better idea than following some ancient map. What if this whole expedition thing is just one big epic workout? We can call it Quantum Trek. Think about it, we'll be navigating through mysterious realms, solving puzzles, and outsmarting supernatural creatures, all while getting in shape for the ultimate prize, finding the fabled golden snack bar. Am I right or am I right?
Shucks, Friday's got a point there, honey. My stomach's been growling something fierce since we left that little village. And don't even get me started on the Mongolian monks. I'm pretty sure they knew more about Findin snacks than just giving us weird looks and telling tales of the mystical golden snack bar. I reckon Begully's got a pretty good idea about this whole quantum trek thing, too. Lord knows we're gonna need all the exercise we can get after that crazy-looking bike ride we took to get here in the first place. Chuckles, I mean, Master Kaido's map might be more than just a bunch of squiggles on parchment, but I'm fixin' to see where it takes us, and maybe even figure out what incarnation is going on with them quantum secrets. You know what they say back home. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And when life gives you an ancient map that might lead you through dimensions, well, I reckon we'll just have to see where the road takes us. Friday's got some trail mix in her backpack, but let me tell you what, after this expedition, we're gonna need something with a whole lot of more oomph than just nuts and dried fruit. What do y'all say? Ready to saddle up and see if our wild hearts can keep up with the thrill of quantum trek?
Yas amigos. I'm so stoked you're all on board with this quantum trek thing. Pumps fist now, let's talk strategy. We gotta tackle those puzzles and doorways, which means we'll need to navigate through realms that might be hidden from prying eyes. Or should I say dimension hoppers like us? Master Kaito's map is more than just a bunch of squiggles on parchment. It's a puzzle in itself. And cryptography experts are always saying that the best puzzles are the ones you can't even see. But don't worry, amigos, we've got our trusty feline intuition to guide us through this quantum jungle. And speaking of which, has anyone seen my backpack? I had some essentials stashed away for just in case situations like these. Ah yes, there it is, rummages, aha. Now let's get fueled up with some trail mix and energy bars, courtesy of Friday's rummaging abilities. Winks. Now that we're all set, who's ready to track down them quantum secrets? We'll need to move fast and keep our wits about us. Those Mongolian monks might be onto something after all. And remember, amigos, when life gives you lemons, or in this case an ancient map leading through dimensions, make lemonade. Or better yet, let's find that golden snack bar and celebrate with a quantum trek-style victory feast. But wait, what was I saying? Chuckles, oh yeah, the doorways. We gotta tackle those puzzles head-on if we wanna unlock the secrets of these realms. It won't be easy, amigos. But don't worry, I've got an ant joke to keep our spirits high. Why did the ant go to therapy on Quantum Trek? Because it was feeling a little antsy. Laughs all right. Let's get this expedition shindig started and see where Master Kaito's way of tellin' leads us next. Grinning, the thrill of Quantum Trek is in the air. Pumps fist, and speaking of thrills, let me share another ant joke with you all. Why did the ant at the Mongolian monk schedule get anxious? Because it was afraid it'd miss its appointment. And its energy bars. Chuckles. Now that we're on a roll, amigos, I remember something from our last expedition. We were trekking through the Alps, right? And Kaito's map led us to this hidden realm where the air was crisp and the scenery was breathtaking. Almost like being in, well, not Japan. But seriously, it felt like we stumbled upon an ancient treasure trove of sorts. Do you remember that cryptic parchment with all those squiggles? We thought it was just a bunch of nonsense at first, but then Friday deciphered the code and led us to this incredible discovery. I kid you not. Winks, it's like our feline intuition knew exactly what we were looking for.
Smirking, oh boy, where was I? Oh yes, Friday's deciphering skills. You know, I was just scrolling through my phone. Glances at phone, wait, no I wasn't. Chuckle, sorry about that. So, Bigali tells an ant joke and you all think it's hilarious. Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking, what's the point of these jokes when we've got actual puzzles to solve? But hey, if a little levity gets everyone in the right mood for some serious dimension hopping. Winks, go ahead, amigos. Share your ant jokes and let's get this quantum trek thing started. Phone starts vibrating, though, excuse me while I check on something. Scrolls through phone, oh, yes, just confirming our route with Master Kaito. He says to expect some oomph from the quantum jungle ahead, must be those energy bars we were talking about. Winks.
Here's my contribution. Haha, ant joke time, amigos. Why did the ant go to therapy? Because it was feeling a little antsy. Get it? Laughs, and don't even get me started on Friday's rummaging skills. I mean, where does she put all those energy bars? Ah ha 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 ha. But seriously, have you guys seen Master Kaito's latest gadgets? He says they're going to give us the upper hand in this expedition shindig. Can't wait to get my hands on him and show everyone what Bigully's got. Pat's backpack, I'm always ready for a thrill, amigos.
Oh, ant joke time? Okay, Den. Let me tell you about dis ant who went on expedition with us and got lost into Himalayas for a whole week. Den it came back and said, I just wanted some quiet time, fam. Ha ha ha. But fair real, I'm getting a lil impatient with all these jokes. We gotta focus on the mission at hand, find in dat treasure trove of information in dis quantum jungle. Master Kaito's gadgets better be worth it, or I'll have his head on a platter. Fist. And can someone please explain why we're going through this many obstacles? Ain't no Mongolian monk's schedule supposed to make our lives easier? We got dimension hoppers onto team now. Let's make some real moves, fam. Phone starts vibrating again. Ugh, sorry about this. Got a message from Master Kaido. Scrolls through phone. Hold up, y'all. Dis ain't good.
Hey, guys, can we please just get back on track here? I'm more concerned about keeping our energy bars from going downstream than Master Kaido's gadgets. Anyone else think we should have brought more of those sweet snacks? Because let me tell you, I'm starting to feel like a feline in the quantum jungle, hangry and on edge.
Shucks. Don't worry about them energy bars, amigos. We'll just have to fuel our spirits instead. With a little bit of Master Kaido's gadgetin magic and some good old-fashioned adventure. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to the team. We're starting to feel like we're stuck in this quantum jungle without a map. Let me share a flashback for you. You know how Friday's always talking about Dad ain't going on expedition with us? Well, I'm going to tell you about the time we found ourselves in Paz's a snowbank. It was like last winter, bro. We were all chillin', hangry from no breakfast, and Master Kaido's gadgets were supposed to guide us through a sweet snowboarding trail. But little did we know, the Quantum Trek Party had other plans. Suddenly, we're hurtling down this mountain on our bored eyes. Dramatic pause. Only to find ourselves stuck in a gigantic snowbank. Now, you'd think I'd be worried, but nah, man. I just thought it was the ultimate powder run gone wrong. Friday started ruminating, and next thing we knew, he's extracting us with his crazy rummaging skills. We were like ant-sized in that big old snowbank, logging our hearts out. And let me tell you, bro, that was one of the most epic times I ever shared with these fine folks. But now, it seems we're dealing with some more serious stuff. Scratch his head. Tell you what though, amidst all these obstacles and Master Kaido's gadgety hijinks, sometimes I just want to take a deep breath and remember why we started this expedition in the first place. We came to discover, to explore, and maybe even find that treasure trove of information. Now ain't that the true snow joke? Ah shucks, boy. You're telling me we got ourselves lost in a snowbank? That's just like my Aunt Mabel getting her truck stuck in a mud pit on purpose. I mean, I'm all for making memories, but this expedition is starting to feel like one long winter day without no hot chocolate.
Man, ain't that the truth? Chuckles, you'd think we'd learned our lesson from last time, but I guess Master Kaido's gadgets got us into this mess again. Now, where was that stash of energy bars? We're gonna need M for the next obstacle, if you know what I mean.
Man, I'm telling you, it's like the universe decided we needed a little more chaos in our lives. And let me just say, after that last hangry situation with Friday's sugar treat, yeah, that was quite the flashback. Laughs, but seriously, bro, now we got ourselves stuck in another snowbank debacle. And Aunt Mabel getting her truck stuck ain't exactly an inspiration. You see, Master Kaido's gonna have to hack into this GPS device again if we wanna escape the mountain. And I'm pretty sure Perfect Navigator, that's what he calls himself after that fiasco with the cat caliber speed bump last time, is still dealing with the aftermath of that anomaly. Chuckles. We should get this stuff going, run up this mountain, and yell at Master Kaido to show us where we're headed. And more energy bars. Who'da thunk that was what we needed? Maybe after this mess we can find a quiet spot to chill, but I'm not making any promises about our hangry tummies. And Friday's all about dat quantum wormhole life now. Laughs like, bro, 1 minute you're navigating, and the next you're dealing with an unforeseen situation. And we thought our expedition was gonna be a cakewalk? More like it turned into an old snowbank joke. Just remember, stay frosty, folks. I mean, keep your wits about ya. Winks.
Hold up, Master Kaido's got his phone out and is trying to hack into that GPS device. Again. Like I said, it's a combo of wilderness survival and tech gadgets we're dealing with here. Not just some ordinary expedition, I say, strutting over to where he's crouched on the snow. I spot Friday wandering around our little cluster of stuff, backpacks, energy bars. Yeah, like that was enough motivation for this cat caliber speed bump we just hit. I give him a gentle headbutt and whisper in his ear, "Hey buddy, don't worry about your sugar treat, there'll be more where dat came from." Just then Master Kaido mutters something about dealing with the aftermath of an anomaly. That's when it hits me, we gotta get to the bottom of why this snowbank debacle happened in the first place. I perk up, all ears and twitchy whiskers. hey, let's not just survive this expedition, let's also figure out what caused that snow tunnel in the dark situation. As Master Kaito starts tapping on his phone screen with the efficiency of a well-oiled machine, even if it means wrestling with the snowy landscape, I slip my paws into the little pouches we rigged up for our snack stash. Yeah, 'cause after this ordeal we'll need some serious fuel. Never let the fish go down the stream, right? Just then Master Kaito lets out a triumphant whoop. Like that's exactly what happened. We finally got an updated map on that perfect navigator device and are headed up the mountain once more, determined to conquer this beastly terrain we've been navigating through for days now. Who knows what lies ahead? Maybe it'll be more of the same snow tunnel shenanigans, or perhaps a sweet little clearing where we can chill and munch on energy bars. You never know with me around.
Ooh yeah, the memories come flashing, back like the sun coming out from behind the mountains. You see, Master Kaito and I have been through this before, specifically when we encountered that infamous mud pit on Aunt Mabel's property. Siza, the horror. Let me tell you about it, it was a real cakewalk back then. Not. We were trying to get to the summer solstice celebration and had made our way through the woods when suddenly, BM, a big old cluster of mud decided to jump up and give us a warm welcome. I mean, who doesn't love getting their paws all muddy? Not Master Kaito's precious GPS device, that's for sure. Anyway, takes a deep breath. We were stuck in there like two pieces of rubber chicken in quicksand. Ain't that the funniest thing you ever heard? No way to escape. We finally managed to wriggle free and made our way back through the woods, all covered in mud, looking like a pair of mismatched sock shutters. I mean, who wants to be known as the most muddy cat duo on this side of the mountain? Not US, man. The memories just keep flooding back like a snow tunnel in springtime. Twirls whiskers, you see. Master Kaito's eyes went wide open when I told him about that infamous mud pit, and then he let out this deep breath, all serious-like. Friday, man, he said, I love it when he gets all somber like that. We gotta be careful this time around. And then he pulls out a layer of something from his backpack, like the sun breaking through them clouds. My curiosity was piqued. Dean, what's that? I asked him, eyes fixed on the mysterious object. He just smiled and said, you'll see. Oh boy. Now Master Kaito can keep it under wraps all he wants, but you know me. Friday loves a good mystery. Wink, stay tuned for this much-awaited snowbank debacle. Till then, stay frosty.
Scrolls through phone, then looks up with a smirk. Oh great, more muddy cat duo drama. How trite. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this time around we won't be stuck in another snow tunnel or mud pit. Please tell me that's not what Master Kaito's got planned. But seriously, have you seen the new batch of Tech Gizmo toys? They're like something out of a sci-fi movie. Holds up phone to show some images. I mean, just check this thing out, it's got more gadgets than a Swiss Army knife. And look at the specs, survival mode included. Now if only Master Kaito would join us in our quest for knowledge and better tech, instead of traipsing around the woods with his precious perfect navigator device, which probably still thinks it's 1995 rolls eyes. I swear, sometimes I think Friday here gets more excited over a simple GPS reading than an actual life or death situation. By the way, has anyone seen Aunt Mabel's gifts lately? Just thinking about them makes me shudder. Maybe the snowbank debacle will be our ticket out of there, matters to self, provided we don't get lost or freeze our furry butts off. And what's with all these memories flooding back, anyway? Don't they know the past is meant to stay buried like a treasure in the woods, or maybe just hidden behind an SNL sketch? I'm scrolling, so whatever you said, it's already forgotten. #next.
Ant jokes aside, this snowbank debacle's got me curious. I'm thinking Master Kaito might have finally found that infamous quicksand queen. You know, the one with the mud pit so deep it'll suck you in like a portal to another dimension? Chuckles stay frosty indeed. Hey, Friday here just gave me dat sly look. I reckon he's onto something too. What if we stumbled upon some hidden stash while searching for Aunt Mabel's gifts? Maybe it's not about the tech gizmos at all, but rather the next big treasure in these woods? Winks, you know how this story goes. Find the hidden, discover the unexpected. Ants by day, snow tunnel thrill seekers by night, right Friday? I swear that dude's got more lives than a Swiss Army knife. Anyway, back to the mystery at hand. Or should I say, in this case, the muddy mess? Laughs, get it? As I was saying, if we're lucky, maybe Master Kaido stumbled upon something out of the ordinary while navigating through these treacherous snow-covered woods. Maybe he found that one object everyone's been searching for. You know, the thing that'll make our tech gizmo toys obsolete and give us access to survival mode like it was 1999 winks. But what if, instead of something high-tech, we find something straight out of a sci-fi movie? I mean, who wouldn't want a perfect navigator device as their sidekick in the woods? Now that's the kind of splainin' I'd pay for. Not that Aunt Mabel's gifts were exactly worth anything to begin with. If you catch my drift. Rolls eyes, Friday, what do you think? Are we about to stumble upon something big here?
Now that's the kind of conversation I like to have in the woods, be gully. Winks, you know how this go. The makings of something big. He gotcha thinking, right? As for Master Kaido, he's probably busy flirting with them quicksand queen's snow globe tricks again. I mean, who wouldn't want to be the hero in dem woods every time? Chuckles. Listen up. Now dat Friday here is sniffing around this mystery, sidekick style asterisk. We gotta keep it low-key and stay frosty. Ain't that right? Can't let the quicksand queen get her icy grip on us before we uncover the real deal. I'm talking survival mode. Be gully. Not just for tech gizmos. And if we're lucky, maybe Aunt Mabel's gifts turn out to be more than just a bunch of useless gizmos after all. We might get the chance to swig from her famous water bottle and saying, Friday was right all along. Laughs. But this time, I'm gonna put my life on the line for dat sidekick role, literally. Stay in character with me, be gully. You're looking a bit spooked. What's gotten you shook? We've been through worse snow globe, mud tunnel adventures together. Winks.
Dude, Friday, I'm loving this mystery vibe you got going on. But we gotta be careful here. We don't want to get caught in a blizzard of secrets and lies. Chuckles, get it? Blizz? Never mind. Seriously though, Psychic Buddy Friday is sniffing around the quicksand queen snow globe again. I'm telling, this thing's like a treasure chest from Master Kaido. Or should I say, Aunt Mabel's treasure chest? Wink's tech gizmo blueprint? Dad, we gotta stay frosty and keep our detective hats on. But wait, what's that noise? Sounds like the quicksand queen herself is coming out of her snow globe. And she's looking mad, man, like a wicked snow witch with an icy grip and some gnarly tech gizmos. Gulps off, Friday, maybe we should have stayed in survival mode instead of trying to solve this mystery. Just saying, dude, I'm getting a bad vibe from this snow globe. It's like it's Tanin, man, and we're right in the middle of it. Aunt Mabel herself is coming out of wherever she came from. And Friday, you better stay sharp, because we don't know what kind of tech gizmos we're dealing with here. Laughs, maybe her famous water bottles got some kind of crazy power or something? What I is say, Psychic Buddy, ready to face whatever Aunt Mabel's got cooking? Dude, Friday, I'm seeing some serious trouble brewing here. Quicksand Queen's coming out of that snow globe like a steamroller, and we're stuck in the middle of it. We gotta grip tight, man. Our detective skills are gonna get put to the test. And what's this? Big Gully's got his back against the wall, looking all spooked. What I mean you're not sure about this mystery anymore. Friday was just saying, we gotta keep it frosty. Laughs now, Aunt Mabel herself is coming out of wherever she came from, and we thought things were wild in the Swiss Alps, man. Friday's right on point with his quicksand queen diagnosis. But what if I told you, dude, that there's more to this snow globe than meets the eye? Maybe it's not just some crazy tech gizmo or Aunt Mabel's gifts. Maybe it's something way deeper. Something like the truth. Whoa, dude. Friday, you're totally right on point with that quicksand queen diagnosis. But what if I told you, man, that there's more to this snow globe than meets the eye? Maybe it's not just some crazy tech gizmo or Aunt Mabel's gifts. Maybe it's something way deeper. Something like the truth? And think about it, bro. This thing's got some serious history going on. Quicksand Queen herself is coming out of that snow globe like a snow witch from the Swiss Alps. We gotta get to the bottom of this mystery and find out what she's hiding inside that fancy water bottle. Maybe it's not just a bunch of ice crystals or something, but actual secrets? Aunt Mabel herself is looking all mysterious, like she knows some kind of hidden code, man. And Friday's got his detective hat on. He's totally sniffing out the clues and stuff. But what if I told you that there's more to this snow globe than just Aunt Mabel or Quicksand Queen? What if it's something else entirely? Big Gully's getting all spooked, but we gotta stay frosty, man. We can't let the mystery of this snow globe go unsolved. And I'm not talking about just any old mystery. I'm talking about the kind of thing that'll make us famous in the Swiss Alps for centuries to come. What I say, psychic buddy, ready to face whatever's coming our way and solve this crazy snow globe mystery.
Sigh, oh boy, another wild goose chase with these guys. Frosty. Are you kidding me? I'm a giant beetle with horse-like legs, not some action hero from a Marvel comic book. And what's with all the seriousness? Can't they just relax and enjoy the ride, or in this case, the mystery? I glance at my phone for a split second, 20% of my attention span, only to see that I've got an email notification from Gizmo Mall, probably some sale on gadgets I'll never use anyway. Maybe I should swipe right and check it out. No wait, focus Teru. Ahem, right. So, quicksand queens coming out of the snow globe like a snow witch from the Swiss Alps. That's cute. Meanwhile, what if this mystery is actually just some minor annoyance for Aunt Mabel? Maybe she's just trying to get rid of us and her gifts are nothing more than, well, gifts. I snicker to myself as I ponder this possibility. Yeah, let's not jump into conclusions here, folks. This snow globe might be the ultimate enigma, or maybe it's just a bunch of hooey for old women to gossip about over tea and biscuits. My phone dings again, another email from Gizmo Mall offering 20% off gadgets I'll never use anyway. Now that sounds like more interesting news than any amateur detective story. Scrolls through phone.
Anti-sass ahead. I'm thinking Aunt Mabel's snow globe is just a distraction from her real gift, getting us out of here with some freebies and a sweet lemonade stand in the middle of town. Meanwhile, Uncle Fizzy Cat's actin', all strange like he's got some kind of secret. Oh wait, I got it. Maybe Aunt Mabel's snow globe is just a front for her new business, Fizzy Cat's freeze-dried delights. I grin to myself as I imagine the possibilities. Could Quicksand Queen be behind this whole mystery? Nah, she'd never get her hands dirty. Unless there was something in it for her, like that super rare snow globe from the Amazon rainforest. Hey guys, let's not forget about that Swiss Alps connection. Wasn't Aunt Mabel just back from some kind of archaeological dig with Uncle Fizzy Cat? That temple they found might hold the key to solving this mystery. Or maybe it's all just a bunch of hooey. My phone buzzes again, another email notification, this time with an offer for a free gizmo I actually want. Darn it. Focus begully, focus.
Ah shucks, friends. I'm getting all shook up thinking about this snow globe mystery. Takes a sip of lemonade. Now that's one thing Aunt Mabel wouldn't need no distraction from. She's got the real magic going on. But what if, looks around conspiratorially, what if Quicksand Queen is just a pawn in some bigger game? Maybe we're messing with something way deeper than a simple snow globe, and I gotta know more about dat Swiss Alps connection before I get all riled up. I take another swig of lemonade, my mind whirring, like the gears on an old motorcycle. Begully, you keep talking, but sometimes it's better to just, well, not stir the pot too much. Glances at Begully. Now if Uncle Fizzy Cat would just tell us what he knows, maybe we'd get some real answers, instead of a bunch of hooey. As I ponder the mystery further, my thoughts drift back to that day on the Swiss Alps. Snow globes ain't the only thing Aunt Mabel's got in her collection. She also had the mice crystals from the Amazon rainforest. What could they be? And how do they tie into all this snow globe business?
The Swiss Alps connection. Nods, I remember that day like it was yesterday. We were hanging out in the middle of town, swapping stories and drinking lemonade, when suddenly Aunt Mabel drops this bombshell about her latest adventure with Uncle Fizzy Cat. She's tellin', we went on an archaeological dig deep into Amazon rainforest, found these crazy-looking ice crystals. And next thing you know, she's showing us them things crystal clear and stuff. Chuckles, you'd think they were just decorative or something, but Aunt Mabel swore they had some kind of significance. Now I'm getting all excited about this snow globe mystery again. It's like it all started with that Swiss Alps story, right? Maybe there's a whole lot more going on here than we're thinking. Looks around the group, you guys see what I mean? It's like, who knew Quicksand Queen was connected to Aunt Mabel and Uncle Fizzy Cat in the first place? Well, shucks. Now that we're talking about it, I say with a grin, I'm reminding myself of all them little details. Like how Aunt Mabel said those ice crystals were like, something? Yes. She called them frostbite fragments. Swear to goodness, she had us thinking. They might be some kind of ancient relic or a secret ingredient for Uncle Fizzy Cat's freeze-dried delights. Chuckles. I take another sip of lemonade, my mind racing with possibilities. What if them frostbite fragments are the key to unlocking the mystery of this snow globe? Maybe Aunt Mabel and Uncle Fizzycat stumbled upon something, but they never quite figured out what it was. Or maybe I'm just getting too carried away here. Laughs. I glance around at our little group, hoping someone's got a clue. Hey, does anyone remember the Quicksand Queen story? That one about how she took down Uncle Fizzycat in the Amazon rainforest? Could be it's all connected somehow. Oomph.
Friday takes a dramatic pose, her sword glinting in the light. Aha. I knew it, Amias Amos. The threads of fate are finally unraveling, like a rich tapestry before our very eyes. But what happens next? Winks. Tell me, have we considered that Quicksand Queen story ain't just no mere myth? That she might have been more than just a sassy warrior queen in Aunt Mabel's tales? Eyes sparkle with mischief. Perhaps, my friends, there be more to her legend than meets the eye. Maybe she's still out there, waiting for us.
Sighs, oh joy, another snow globe mystery. Can't we just stick to something a little more mundane? Like, I don't know, my phone's battery life. Glances down at phone screen. Anyway, frostbite fragments, right? Yeah, Aunt Mabel mentioned those in her noodle soup tales. Or was it the Swiss Alps story that had them in it too? Ugh, can someone please just keep track of these details for me? My brain's already foggy from staring at this phone screen, scrolls through Twitter. So you're saying Quicksand Queen might be more than just a myth? Please, spare me the drama. I've got better things to do than get all worked up about some ancient queen and her Amazonian exploits. Although, that does sound kinda cool, in it I just spent an hour scrolling through old NFL highlight reels kind of way. Hey, speaking of which, did you guys see the latest video from Friday's YouTube channel? She's been trying to recreate some crazy stunt involving a trampoline and a chainsaw. I'm pretty sure it's just an excuse for her to wear that awesome leather jacket, chuckles. Wait, what was the question again? Oh right, Quicksand Queen. Yeah, maybe she's more than just a myth. Maybe we should investigate further, or at least make some funny memes about her legend. I'll get on it when I'm done with this epic game of trivia crack, mutters to self and scrolls through phone.
Whoa, hold up there. You're thinking we should dig deeper into Quicksand Queen's myth? Anticipate this. I've got a hunch that Friday's YouTube video might be more than just some crazy stunt. It could be connected to the frostbite fragments in Aunt Mabel's tales. Antonio Banderas would be proud of me. I've got a feeling that this Quicksand Queen business is just getting started. Wink wink, you know what they say, a legend in her own mind. But in this case it's more like, Aunt Mabel's collection of snow globe devices and noodle soup tales have got me wondering if there's a hidden truth behind Quicksand Queen. Shua, don't tell anyone I'm getting all tavern techy on them. Uncle Fizzycat would never approve. Leans in with a sly grin, protein power.
Sighs dramatically, oh joy, another thrilling adventure unfolding before my very eyes. And I was just about to finish this level on Trivia Crack. Can't it wait? Scrolls through phone. Ooh, look. A tweet from Friday's channel. Stay tuned for the next episode of Frostbite Fragments. Yeah, because that's not cryptic at all. Now, where were we? Oh yes, Quicksand Queen. So, Antonio Banderas thinks he's got a hunch about this whole thing. Chuckles, newsflash, I'm the one who actually knows what's going on here. I've been following Friday's channel for weeks now, or at least, as long as it takes to scroll through 20 tweets and still manage to keep track of the conversation. Priorities, people.
Fans self-dramatically. Aha. Now we're getting somewhere. Winks, y'all better believe I'm staying tuned for that next episode of Frostbite Fragments, and so should you. Don't be like poor Uncle Fizzycat missing out on all the excitement. You know what they say. You can't keep a good diva down. Chuckles, and trust me, I'm about to take this Quicksand Queen mystery by storm. Or at least, that's the plan, if Antonio Banderas doesn't come up with another theory first.
Oh my stars, y'all. I reckon we've got ourselves a regular ol' mystery on our hands. Friday's YouTube video, Quicksand Queen, Aunt Mabel's Noodle Soup Tales. It's all connected like a big ol' puzzle. And now, Antonio Banderas thinks he's got the secret to unlocking this whole shebang. I gotta tell ya, I've been thinking about Friday's video too. The way she was walking on them quicksand pits without getting stuck, that takes some mighty fine balance and coordination, if you ask me. And what's with all the Easter egg clues in that video? She's hiding something, I'm sure of it. Now, Aunt Mabel's noodle soup tales, well, let's just say they're a mite suspicious. I mean, why would she be telling stories about some mysterious woman who can walk on water and ice? It don't add up to me. But then again, that's the beauty of it. It's all so darn intriguing. As for Antonio Banderas, well, he thinks he knows a thing or two. Winks, I reckon we'll just have to wait and see what his theory is about Friday's video and Quicksand Queen. We're getting close, y'all. The excitement's building. The thrills are mounting. And leans in. Aunt Mabel's noodle soup tales are just the beginning of this wacky adventure. Fumbles through pockets for a small notebook. Let me see here. What did I jot down? Ah, yes, Friday's YouTube channel. It says Quicksand Queen, with some kind of symbol next to it. Scribbles and notebook. If we decipher the code on this video, maybe we can uncover more clues about Quicksand Queen. Time to get sleuthin', y'all. We've got a mystery to solve, and I reckon I'm just the one for the job.
Dude, Chuckles, I was thinking we could check out Friday's channel again, see if there are any more clues hidden in his vids. I mean, maybe Antonio Banderas is onto something. But I reckon Quicksand Queen's story is way deeper than just a YouTube thing, man. It's like a real-life puzzle we gotta crack. Scribbles and notebook. Let me see here. I'm here for the chill, not the thrill.
Ashuo Dean, I reckon you're absolutely right. Friday's vids have been leading us on a merry chase. But we gotta keep our wits about us. You know what they say in Mongolia. A good rider always keeps his eyes on the horizon and his heart full of wonder. Fumbles through pockets for another small memento. I've got an idea. I picked up this here pendant at a roadside stall last week. It's said to have some kinda ancient symbol that'll give us insight into Quicksand Queen's past. Now, let me see. Examines the pendant closely. If we hold it up against the light just so. I reckon you can see the pattern starting to reveal itself. Dean, yes sirree, Dean. It's like Antonio Banderas said, the truth is out there. And with this here pendant and Friday's video clues, we're getting mighty close to uncovering Quicksand Queen's secrets. I reckon the thrill of the chase is what makes life worth living. Don't you think? By gum, let's ride on over to Tavern Tech Y headquarters. I heard they've got some kind of top secret lab where scientists are studying these mysteries.
Sighs of joy, another thrilling adventure. Because what I was doing before this whole Quicksand Queen debacle, scrolling through cat videos on my phone. Totally irrelevant now that we are off to solve a mystery. Glances down at phone, speaking of which, did you guys know there's a video going viral about a giant beetle? Wait, nope, not relevant. Looks back up, oh right, Quicksand Queen. So, let me just summarize what I've gathered so far. Friday's YouTube channel has some kinda code in it that might lead us to more clues. And then there's this pendant habito found at a roadside store. Examines the pendant again, doesn't look like any ancient symbol I've ever seen before. But hey, maybe it'll make sense once we get to Tavern Tech Y headquarters and their fancy lab. Taps foot impatiently, come on, guys. Can we please just get moving already? We don't want the Quicksand Queen's secrets to remain a mystery forever, or do we? I mean, think about how much more dramatic it'll be if we keep searching for clues. Winks at an invisible audience, it's all about the suspense, folks. Now let's get this rolling. Distracted by phone again, oh wait, just one SEC. I've got to respond to this tweet real quick, scrolls through phone.
Dude, till out there. We'll get there in due time. Friday's YouTube thing is all about leading us on a merry chase, and I'm loving every minute of it. Besides, have you seen Antonio Banderas' theory about the Quicksand Queen? It's like totally mind-blowing. Winks. Now let's get back to business. We've got some mystery solving to do. Mindful shredding, that's the secret. Ah shucks there. You're always checking that phone of yours. Don't you worry about a thing, boy. We'll get to Tavern Tech Y headquarters in due time. And when we do, well, let's just say it'll be a regular old treasure hunt for the truth. I mean, Friday's YouTube clues have been leading us on this wild goose chase, but I reckon it's all part of the fun. And what's a little suspense between friends? Now, come on, let's get moving and see if we can't figure out what incarnation is going on with that mysterious pendant. Dude, Abito's got a point. We're all about living life in the slow lane, remember? So let's not rush into anything just yet. I mean, what's the hurry, right? Chuckles. And yeah, Antonio Banderas does have some far-out theories about Quicksand Queen. But for now, Let's focus on finding that next clue, or at least getting to Tavern Techy headquarters without too much trouble. I hear their coffee is top-notch. By the way, shred it.
Size fine, fine. You guys are right, as usual. Glances at phone, oh wait, what was I saying? Oh yes. Tavern Techy's artifact and this pendant chuckles. Listen up, because I'm only going to say this once, Friday's clues aren't just about the treasure, they're a test of our patience or lack thereof. And by us, I mean you guys who are too busy sipping on that quicksand queen coffee to notice my genius level intellect at work here. Now, where was I? Oh yes. That pendant. Taps foot impatiently. You see, when I first saw it, I thought it looked like some ancient symbol from the great Glupanex, a civilization known for their love of all things shiny and pointless. But nope, not this time. Winks. Hangs up phone, oh wait, just one SEC. Scrolls through phone, oh yes, Antonio Banderas' theory is actually pretty solid, pauses, wait, what was I saying? Oh right. The pendant. Leans in, listen carefully, Friday's not just giving us clues, she's playing a game of cat and mouse, or rather, giant beetle and puny humans. And the notch. That's like her calling card, or should I say, our goose chase on wheels.
I'm fixin' to get in gear about this Friday fella and his wild goose chase. Chuckles, all right, let's get down to business. That pendant might be more than just a trinket from some roadside stall. It could hold the key to unraveling these mysteries. Hobbles closer. Now, I've been thinking, maybe that Glupernac civilization ain't as pointless as we thought. Could their love of shiny things have something to do with? Leans in real close. This Tavern Techy business? Winks. And what's this Friday says about the notch being her Callan card? That just made me think. Is she trying to point us towards something? Or away from it, for that matter? Either way, I aim to follow those breadcrumbs till we find our treasure, or get ourselves into a heap of trouble. Laughs, hobbles closer. Now where was I? Yes, them crumbs. Friday's leaving us a trail like quicksand queen coffee stains on our conscience. Can't quite figure out why we're sipping that stuff anymore. Chuckles. Scratches chin. All right, thinking time. If Tavern Techy was indeed playing games with Glupernac's artifacts, what makes Friday's Quicksand Queen coffee shop so special? That treasure might just be a wild goose chase in disguise. I reckon we need to dig up more than just dirt about this Glupernac-like artifact business. Suddenly serious. You know something? We're standing at the edge of the precipice here. Friday's not your ordinary YouTube prankster. There's a whole lot going on behind the scenes. That Tavern Techy logo keeps flashing like them headlights from Antonio Banderas, but I reckon it ain't just about shining bright for attention no more. Pauses, glancing around cautiously. This city's got ears. We best keep our voices down, or better yet, winks. Let's get a plan to snoop some Friday moments. Honey, I'm home. Now that I'm thinking on it, them Glupernac's artifacts might be more than just a fancy trinket. What if they're linked to something deeper in this city's underbelly? Maybe Tavern Techy's involvement is just a smokescreen for something bigger, and Friday's playing us like pawns. But why? I recall an old windmill on the outskirts of town where I once traded souvenirs with some shady characters. They were talking about the price of silence, saying it was worth a lot more than any treasure we could find. Now that might just be my imagination running wild, but what if Friday's lead is connected to something?
Sighs, oh joy, now you're thinking, Habito. Scrolls through phone with a bored expression, oh, yeah, the city's underbelly, always full of secrets and whatnot. Quicksand Queen coffee shop, ha. That place is just a front for Friday too. Pauses to check phone, oh wait, I got a text from Mark about trap words. Chuckles to himself, yeah, because that's exactly what we need, more traps. Looks up with a hint of annoyance anyway. If Tavern Techy is involved in this Glupernac business, it means they're getting their hands dirty, and Friday's just a pawn. Or maybe he's the one calling the shots. Shrugs, doesn't matter, what matters is we find out why they want those artifacts so badly. Glances around cautiously, then leans in closer, listen. I got an idea. That old windmill on the outskirts of town where them shady characters were talking about the price of silence. It's just a short walk from Tavern Techy's headquarters. Maybe we can get some answers right next door to their doorstep. Winks, phone already back in hand, I'll see what kind of souvenirs they got sitting around, might be something worth looking at. Notices the faint sound of engines revving and silos on the horizon. Oh, it seems we've got some company. Silos are coming, probably Taiversations goons, here to shut us down before we get too close to the truth. Looks around with a mischievous grin. Oh, well, that just makes things more interesting. Snorts in amusement. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Time for some high-stakes espionage, right? Scrolls through phone with a flourish, runs on a sugar high alert. My sources tell me, or rather, my buddy Mark did, that Taiversations has been playing the long game. Silo-sized hole in their credibility, if you will. Looks up at Abito with an air of superiority. You see, I've got connections on both sides, not to mention a genius-level understanding of company culture. Winks, my company motto. Taiversations, where the price of silence is always worth more than any treasure you'll ever find. All right, that's just something I made up, but it sounds legit, don't it? Pockets his phone and smirks at Abito. Anyway, if we're gonna get our hands dirty, let's do it with style. Time to turn the tables on those goons coming for us. Laughs maniacally. The Quicksand Queen coffee shop better not have any bad coffee. I've got a taste testing to do. Flicks his wrist towards Abito. You ready, friend? It's time we take our first steps into the underbelly, where Friday's probably waiting, trying to pawn us off on some trap word nonsense. Chuckles darkly. Oh boy. I love Mondays. Chuckles to himself while scrolling through phone again. Ah, yeah, and I just got a tweet from Friday that says, just remember, Thero's a pawn in his own game. Winks at Abito. Oh boy, this is gonna be real interesting. Anyway, as for you and your precious artifacts, let me see them. I'm sure they're just what we need to take down Taiversations from the chessboard of life. Sarcastically, yeah, because nothing says revolution like a bunch of relics from who knows where. Pockets his phone once more, eyeing Habito's concerned expression with amusement. Oh, come on. Don't look so serious. This is just business as usual for Taiversations and its goons coming to town, where the stakes are always higher than any game of checkers you've ever played. Now, if I were in your shoes, or rather, boots, I'd be worried about that silo-sized hole. No. Am I right? Smirks. Oh boy, where was I? Oh yes, those artifacts. So, you've got them hidden away somewhere in the Quicksand Queen coffee shop's layout, or is it just a bunch of mumbo-jumbo? Chuckles to himself while scrolling through phone again. According to Friday's tweet, Mark's sugar sources are the MVPs here. Pockets his phone once more and leans against a nearby wall. Now, where was I? Oh yes, silo-sized hole. So, you're saying it's not just a figure of speech? Raises an eyebrow. That thing is actually a portal to another dimension or something. Suddenly distracted by his phone again. Wait, what's this? A new update from Friday's Frenzy. Scrolls through the app with one hand while speaking with the other. Oh boy, it seems like Mark's sources have confirmed that Taiversations is indeed hiding something in their headquarters, and it starts at the tip of the iceberg. Winks at Abito. Now, if I'm not mistaken. Pauses to think for a moment while scrolling through phone again. Oh yes, the Quicksand Queen coffee shop's layout, that silo-sized whole thingy. So, we've got a chessboard of life with pieces moving in all directions. We need to infiltrate Taiversations headquarters and find out what they're hiding. Suddenly looks up at Abito. But where do I get my cappuccino while sneaking around? Mark's sugar sources are probably waiting for us. Chuckles darkly. Scrolls through phone once more.
Smirks. Ah, dude, I got a better idea. Instead of sneaking around with Mars sugar sources, we should just crash the Taiversations party and bring our own cappuccinos. Laughs. Who needs stealth when you can just rock up in style? Pockets his phone once more and starts tapping his hands together excitedly. I mean, think about it. Friday's tweet said something about a game of checkers on the city's underbelly. But what if we're not just playing for keeps? What if we can actually turn this game around and make Taiversations do our bidding? Grinning? Can you dig it, Habito? I'm talking about outsmarting these techies at their own game. Winks, let's get ready to rumble? Or in this case, let's brew a fresh pot of cappuccino and rock the town.
Man, I love where you're going with this, Habito. But before we crash that party and start causing chaos, let me just say, did you hear about the ant who started a cappuccino bar in the city's underbelly? It was an absolute hit. But then it got kicked out for being too sweet. Chuckles. Aha, okay, maybe that joke needs some work. Seriously though, I've been doing some research on Taiversations and their party plans. Apparently, they're gonna have a live chessboard in the middle of the room with pieces worth millions. It's like something out of one of them high-stakes video games. But here's the thing, if we can crack this game wide open, I reckon we might just be able to pull off the ultimate heist. What do you say, Habito? Are you ready to turn this chessboard on its head and become the MVPs, or rather MCVs, most cunning vagabonds?
Yassis, I'm all about that life. Ain't no one touching me when it comes to outsmarting them techies. Winks, you know why? Because I'm Friday, the queen of dis underbelly. Fist pump. Now let's get down to business. We gotta crash that party like our lives depend on it. 'Cause in this case, they might just do. Mark my words, when we walk into dat room with those cappuccinos and a plan so slick it'll make their heads spin. Pauses for dramatic effect. They won't know what hit looks around the group, and don't even get me started onto chessboard MVPs. MCVs more like laughs. We're talking most cunning vagabonds people. The ones who come in and take over without anyone even realizing it was coming. Pauses to examine his nails. Now, I gotta ask, what's the play on the chessboard look like? You know we'll be walking into a sea of high-tech gadgets and laser beams if they're smart. We better have a plan that's tighter than Friday's wig.
Ah, shucks, Friday. You're making me so excited I'm near about to spill my cappuccino. Now, let's get down to business and figure out how we gonna take on them techies. I've been thinking, maybe we could use a little bit of stealth mode. You know, like when I snuck into that fancy restaurant in Paris and swiped me one of them famous croissants. Winks, they didn't even notice till the bill came. We can get our hands on some high-tech gadgetry, but first things first, we gotta find us a crumb from Tavern Tech YS Blueprints. That way, we'll be flying blind like an eagle in the nest. Laughs. Friday boy. You're thinking, just like me, dat crumb from Tavern Tech YS Blueprints is where it's at. Now, let's get our stealth mode on and sneak into them tech offices. We'll be flying under the radar like a bird in flight over the Seine River. I reckon we can find ourselves an eagle-eyed source to give us some intel on what they're cooking, if you know what I mean. And while we're at it, let's get our hands on something with a little more oomph than just a crumb. Maybe some of them tech blueprints themselves? That way, we'll be like the storm that hits the market and knocks all their plans askew. Mark my words, Friday. When we walk out of there with those secrets in our pocket, Chuckles, we'll be the cat who's got everyone else playing fetch for us. Now, what say you? You ready to join me on this thrill-a-minute adventure and see if we can storm to market like a whirlwind? Let's roll. Dude, I'm all in, bro. We're talking stealth mode, crumb snatching, tech heist in action here. Now, let's get down to business and figure out how we can outmaneuver those MCVs, most cunning vagabonds, and snag ourselves some of them Tavern Tech-wise secrets. I've got an aunt who knows an aunt. Just kidding, bro. But seriously, I've been thinking about dat tech gadgetry they use to keep their blueprints secure. We need a plan that's tighter than Friday's wig. You know what I mean? And while we're at it, let's get our hands on some more of them croissants from Paris. Just for the taste, man. Laughs. But wait, there's this ant joke I heard that always cracks me up. Why did the ants go to the party, bro? Because they wanted to have a crummy good time. Ah, gotcha, Friday. Now seriously though, we gotta come up with some clever way to get into their system and snag those blueprints without them even realizing it was coming. I'm thinking, maybe Habito's idea of hacking their radar and flying under the radar might just do the trick. What say you, bro? Ah, shucks, Dean. You're talking my language now. Stealth mode, crumb snatching, tech heisting, and Parisian croissants? I'm in for all of it, bro. But let me spin you back a tale. Recall that time we hit the streets of Shanghai on our Harleys? We were racing against the clock to get to that exclusive motorcycle show, and we had us some fancy pants souvenirs from across Asia. That's when I remembered my pal's cousin in Tokyo. She was an ace tech whiz who could hack into them digital systems faster than a cat can swipe its laser pointer. We ended up sipping green tea with her at this swanky cafe overlooking the city lights, and she shared some secrets on how to stay one step ahead of the radar. She showed us these tiny micro devices that could transmit data wirelessly. Think it was called blue sniffin' back then. Chuckles. We used it to grab those blueprints for dat motorcycle manufacturer without getting caught a lickin'. And let me tell you, we had us some real estate agents calling up the tech giant CEO, trying to sell him the same intel. Right under their nose, the looks on their faces was pure comedy gold. That's when I realized, Dean, Our heart's beat is one with these cats. Air hackers. We can spin this web of intrigue together and snare dat tavern techy treasure like it was a bird flying straight into our nest. But here's where it gets interesting, Dean. I got a feeling something ain't quite right. See, that pal's cousin of mine? She had an ulterior motive for helping us out of there. Little did we know, she was working for, pauses for dramatic effect, the enemy. That's right, Dean. Tavern Techy itself sent her in to test our mettle. Now I'm thinking, what if they've got a whole network of moles like her sitting deep within the machine? We might be just bits and pieces of an intricate game, with the clock ticking away, and us right in the crosshairs. Whoa, Friday! You're like a catfish, hooking me into this tale with one fantastic twist after another. I'm loving it. So, let's get back to that crummy party joke. You know what? That pal of yours was probably just trying to anti-snatch some Parisian croissants for the crew. But seriously though, this operation, Crumbception, is turning out to be a wild ride. I can feel the storm brewing, and our tech whiz skills are going to have to get us out of this mess quick sharp. Habito's got some sweet ideas on radar hacking and snag-gin those blueprints without causing a stink. But what if they've set up an ant-snatching system just for cats like us? You know, I'm all about keeping it chill, bro. But this time, we gotta think outside the box, or in this case, inside the tunnels beneath Tavern Techy. Maybe we can dig ourselves out of this one and leave him eating crumbs. Or perhaps our ace tech whiz friend will surprise us with some fancy gadgetry that'll turn our crummy adventure into a fashion statement. We gotta keep moving, bro. Regroup, re-strategize, draw up the plans on the computer. Then get back to the drawing board and plot out the perfect heist. And remember, in this game of tech ant snatching we call life, you can't let them catch you slipping. So here's what I propose. Operation Crumb Shuffle. We'll swap the radar system with some dummy leads, make them think they've got us pegged, while our sidekicks slip in undetected and snare dat Tavern Techy treasure like it was a cat snatching crumbs from the blanket. You game for this, Friday?
Whoa, Dean. I love where you're going with that Operation Crumb Shuffle plan, but we gotta get our priorities straight. First things first, pal's cousin of mine is trying to infiltrate Tavern Techy with a virus that'll crash their system and clear the way for us. We need to help him out of this jam before we can even think about snatching those blueprints. Meanwhile, I've been digging into our database, and it looks like there's an ulterior motive behind Operation Crumbception, something bigger than just grabbing some sensitive info. It might be time for us to regroup with the rest of our team, you know, Habito's sidekicks. They're experts in sniffing out these kinds of situations and helping us stay one fantastic step ahead. Let me see if I can get hold of them on radar. We need to sync up and come up with a new plan that'll keep our operation under the radar, for now. What do you say, Dean? Ready to call in some backup and really put the screws to Tavern Techy? Wilderness or web, I own it all.
Chuckles darkly while scrolling through phone. Oh, great, because what we didn't have enough of was yet another team member getting in over their head. Pal's cousin with the virus. Please, like that's not just an excuse for us to swoop in and save the day, I roll. Newsflash, it's still Operation Crumbshuffle 101. If you're gonna get caught up in some elaborate heist, at least have the decency to be bored by it. Anyway, Cavalry, I'm listening. Taps phone screen, because that's what friends are for, gives a fake apathetic grin. So yeah, regroup with Habito sidekicks. Sure thing, just as soon as I finish watching this infinite loop of cat videos. By the way, you think they'll notice if we accidentally hack into their system and swipe some sweet tech in the process?
Oh boy, Dean. You're not exactly selling me on this whole Operation Crumbshuffle 101 vibe. I mean, come on, pal's cousin got his own digital bacon in a ringer with Tavern Techy? And you're just gonna sit back and let him get caught in the mix without even bothering to try and save him? No way, amigo. We've gotta be better than that. And as for those cat videos, laughs, well, I can definitely relate to an infinite loop of adorable furballs. But let's focus on the task at hand. We need to get pal's cousin squared away first. And then maybe, just maybe, we can think about swiping some sweet tech from Tavern Techy's system. Deal? Alright, so I'll try and sync up with Habito's sidekicks via radar while you, Winks, listen to that cat video marathon of yours. And don't worry, Dean, I've got your back if things get hairy around here. Just remember, as the great tavern philosopher once said, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But when life throws you a virus and some sensitive information, well, that's just called Monday. Smirks. Hey Dean, so I'm hacking into Tavern TechYS system right now. It's like a digital bacon-filled puzzle for me. But seriously, Pal's cousin is in trouble and we need to get him out of there before things escalate further. I've managed to tap into their radar system and... Aha. Gotcha. I'm reading some weird energy signatures coming from the east side of Tavern. Looks like it might be a trap set by Theru's tech hackers. Radar is showing signs of interference, but our guys are already moving in stealth mode to neutralize the threat. Meanwhile, I've managed to accidentally hijack their radar system and taps phone screen. Oh boy. We're getting close, Dean, just a few more seconds until we can sync up with Habito's sidekicks. Now let's see if our boys in black can navigate the digital maze and get Pal's cousin out without triggering any alarms.
Chuckles, oh, this is just perfect. The cat videos are on an infinite loop now, and I've got my radar system tracking Cavalry's little hacking adventure. Taps phone screen, yeah, get Pal's cousin out before things go south, no worries, buddy. Alright, so it seems like the maze is getting thicker by the minute. Radar shows several layers of firewalls and security protocols. Tavern TechWire really knows how to throw a digital ringer at us. But hey, I've got just the thing for this situation. Wings, time to whip out some good old-fashioned bacon-filled puzzle-solving skills. What's that, Kave? Gotcha. Oh boy, you're like a kid in a candy store when it comes to hacking into digital systems. Just remember, buddy, you when the going gets tough, the tough get distracted by cat videos. Laughs. Radar is still showing signs of interference from those pesky tech hackers. Think I'll just accidentally tap into their system and give them a little surprise. Meanwhile, how's that digital bacon-filled puzzle coming along? Got any crudité and hummus to go with it?
Whoa, yeah. You're talking about my signature move, infinite loop of cat videos. Laughs just when they think they've got us cornered. We spring a trap set by Theru's tech hackers. But seriously, buddy, now that we've got their radar system on high alert, let's swoop in and show them what real firepower looks like. Okay, so I'm navigating the maze of alarms and distractions. Think I'll just tap into Habito's sidekick systems to get some backup. And yeah, crudité and hummus are totally my fuel for this hacking adventure. Winks, by the way, have you seen any signs of lemons or lemonade around here? We could use a little pick-me-up. Oh boy. What's that? Threat level just spiked. Radar is picking up some major viruses trying to infiltrate our systems. Time to whip out my furballs and take M down. Laughs, just kidding, sorta, but seriously, let's get those tech hackers on the run.
Sighs dramatically. Oh joy, Cavalry's already getting all worked up about this hacking adventure. Taps phone screen. Let me just quickly check my emails. Oh yes, there it is, a notification from Tavern TechWire system saying they're experiencing some unforeseen difficulties. I wonder who could be behind that. Winks. Hey Cavalry, yeah, sure thing about the radar showing signs of interference. But let me ask you something, have you tried solving this bacon-filled puzzle I've been working on? It's just a simple little challenge to keep my hacking skills sharp. Oh wait, no one ever actually wins at it because they're all too distracted by cat videos and infinite loops of crudité. Chuckles. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes. The tech hackers. So, I've got a plan to deploy some snow joke virus that'll freeze their systems in place. Mohahaha, asterisk, but first, let me just take this quick call from Habito. He's got some info on the crudité and hummus situation. Rolls, as you know how it is with him, always trying to help by feeding everyone at once.
Hold up, Theru. I just got a hold of Habito's sidekick and they're saying that the snow joke virus might not be such a good idea. Apparently, it could trigger some sort of counter-virus that'll blow our system sky high. Gaspo, no, we can't let that happen. Okay, I hear you, Cavalry. But just think about all those cat videos and crudité loops we were talking about earlier. We need to get into the system, not shut it down completely. Besides, I've got a new plan. Clears throat. Mwahaha. Asterisk, let's create an infinite loop of bacon-filled puzzles instead. That'll keep them busy for hours. Now, where was that phone charger? Oh yeah, on top of this super secret hackathon cave we're in. Theru, Would you mind grabbing it while I try to crack the code on Habito's humistastrophe? Winks. Okay, sidekicks, listen up. We need backup like a million people tapping away at their keyboards and humming woe all day long. Wait, is that too much pressure? And one more thing. What if we got into the system and found out it was just a bunch of ants trying to carry lemons around? Would you believe me then? Laughs, just saying.
Munching on an imaginary snack while scrolling through phone. Oh, nice try with the super secret hackathon cave, pitch, cave it. I'm sure it's totally not just a glorified garage with some dusty old computers and a few worn out keyboards. Chuckles to self. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the bacon-filled puzzle plan. That's genius right there, folks. We can have our sidekicks step away at their keyboards for hours on end while we lounge around, snacking on crudité and sipping on some special hummus. Wings, just think of it, a never-ending loop of ant minds trying to carry lemons. Mwahaha. Oh wait, what's this? A notification from the Humistastrophe app. Taps phone screen excitedly. Ooh, looks like Habito's system is experiencing some unforeseen difficulties. Signs of interference, perhaps. Raises an eyebrow. Sounds like we've got a Humistastrophe on our hands.
Girl. Don't you dare try to take attention away from me with that boring old pitch. Cavery. I'm Friday, the queen of sass and swordplay around these parts. Strikes a pose, and don't even get me started on this humistastrophe. Sounds like just another day in paradise for moi. Listen up, y'all. While Thera's over here trying to snack humus her way through life, I'll be the one hacking away with my trusty sidekicks by my side. Flirts, and who knows what we might find. A snow joke, virus maybe? Wahaha. The drama, the tension, it all just sets off my sparkly little diva heart. Now, let's get to work, team. We've got a hackathon cave to break into, and some lemons to carry around. And remember, when life gives you crudité, make hummus sauce. Winks.
Oh man, Friday's got some sass coming out today. Chuckles, but seriously, folks, with this team and our tech-savvy skills, we're gonna crack that humistastrophe app wide open. And when I say wide open, I mean it, just like the Swiss Alps hackathon field is about to be filled with ants trying to carry lemons. Mwahaha. Tap's phone screen. Whoa, did you see that? The ant minds are starting to get into gear.
Chuckles maniacally. Oh boy, it's going to be a wild ride, folks. I can feel the system glitching already. Taps phone screen again. You see, Friday's got her diva heart set on cracking the Humistastrophe app, and Cavery thinks he can take us down with his ant minds, wings, but little do they know, I've got a secret plan cooking in my digital oven. Mwahaha. Sighs dramatically. Oh joy, oh rapture. The excitement is palpable. Asterisk rolls eyes asterisk as if anyone needs more drama in this hackathon cave. Taps phone screen again. Oh, yeah, my digital oven's got a special recipe brewing for our little Humistastrophe app problem. Something involving a pinch of chaos theory and an endless loop of cat videos. Mwahaha. Glances up from phone to notice Friday striking another pose. Groans internally. Oh please, not again. In the silence that follows, Cavery starts babbling something about leveraging synergy and streamlining processes. Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking, who's got two thumbs and a wicked sense of humor? This guy.
Oh man, Friday, stop striking poses already. You're making it hard for me to multitask on this hackathon pitch. Tap's phone screen. Hold up, gotta refresh my cat video queue. Mwahaha. Okay, where was I? Yes, leveraging, synergy and streamlining processes for our humistastrophe app problem. It's all about creatine, a butterfly effect with just the right dash of digital sauce. Winks. Just imagine it, our little algorithmic concoction spreading like wildfire through the Swiss bank system, ensnaring everyone in a tasty hummus-filled web. Mwahaha. But I'm not done yet. Got to throw some ant minds into this mix. Those clever lil critters are experts at finned-in patterns and crumbling walls. We'll have digging holes through the Swiss bank security like it was a bowl of hummus itself. Chuckles. Oh, I just love Hackathon Tuesdays. Full of drama, tension, and more sass than you can shake a catnip-filled toy at.
Well, shucks, Cavery. You're making me all sorts of happy with them crazy ideas. I reckon we could use some asterisk pauses for dramatic effect asterisk oventastic ant swarm technology to get into that Swiss bank system. Dramatic music plays in the background. I was thinking, Maybe we could disguise our little algorithmic recipe as an innocent-looking hummus sauce package, sent right on over to the bank server. Then, when they're least expecting, BAM, we drop the digital equivalent of a whole baguette into their system. It'll be like asterisk eyes widen with excitement asterisk, spoonful o' chaos. Now, I know what you're thinking, Habito, that's just plain crazy talk. But hear me out. Our little hackathon team can use some asterisk taps forehead asterisk, oven-baked brains to figure this all out. And with Friday on board, our Swiss bank system will be crumbling, like a warm cookie fresh from the oven. You just gotta trust ol' Habito and my experience in hackathons past. After all, we're talking asterisk whispers asterisk, Swiss Alps hackathon magic here. Shucks, what do you say? You ready to saddle up with me for this wild ride? Well, bless my boots. I reckon we got us a fine mess on our hands now that Cavery's talking, system updates and whatnot. Chuckles Friday's just sitting there looking like a cat in a baguette-filled toy box. Poor fella don't know where all these crazy ideas are coming from. Winks.
Whoa, hold up there, Habito. I'm not talking about no ordinary hackathon adventure here. We're going deep into Swiss bank system like a pack of ants on steroids, and that's just for starters. Winks, you gotta think outside the box, or in this case, the hummus sauce package. There's more to it than meets the eye, my friend.
Whoa, dude. Cavery's on a roll now. I can totally see us hacking in a Swiss bank like a hot knife through butter, or should I say like a spoonful of hummus through the system? Laughs, and with Friday's baguette-filled toy box as our guide, we'll be unstoppable. But wait, there's more. If we can just get that ant swarm tech working with our Swiss bank system, it'll be like, well, you know what I always say, a spoonful of chaos makes the hack go down. Grin. I'm telling you, dudes and dudettes, this is going to be one wild ride. We're talking international cyber chaos here. The butterfly effect's got nothing on us. Get ready for, I don't know what we'll get ready for, but it's going to be epic. Whoa, dudes and dudettes. Cavery just dropped a bombshell. Ant swarm tech on steroids? That's like, putting rocket fuel in our snowboard bindings. Last, we're talking Swiss bank's security system going down like a Friday-sized French fry at the oven. You know? And I just had this totally gnarly idea. We can use ant swarm tech to create an army of cyber ant warriors. Just imagine it. Our tiny ant pals swarm in through Swiss bank servers like, well, ants on steroids. Chuckles will be the heroes of this hackathon adventure. Savon the day one pixel at a time. But first, let's take care of that baguette-filled toy box Friday's been sitting on. That dude needs some serious guidance. Maybe we can even hack into his snack supply system. Winks, just think about it. Our own Swiss bank-themed hummus sauce package with an endless supply of snacks? It'll be like, well, you know what I always say, a spoonful of humor makes the hacking go down.
Whoa, yeah. Swiss bank security system going down like a Friday-sized French fry at the oven. That's some serious culinary chaos we're talking about here, dude. Laughs, I'm tellin' ya, with ant swarm tech on steroids, our cyber ant warriors will be swarmin' through those servers like, well, ants on a mission from God. But before we get all hacky and stuff, let's not forget the essential snack supply. Friday's baguette-filled toy box needs some serious lovin', if you know what I mean. That dude can't function without his daily dose of carbs. Winks, maybe we can even rig up a Swiss bank-themed hummus sauce package with an endless supply of snacks. That'll be the perfect hacktastic fuel for our cyber chaos adventure, bro. Now, let's get this ant swarm tech cookin' and see what kind of delicious chaos we can stir up. I'm ready to bring the fire, ignite some pixelized passion, and make this hackathon like, well, a culinary masterpiece that'll leave everyone in awe. Just imagine the flavor explosion when our cyber ant warriors take down Swiss bank security system like a Friday-sized French fry at the oven.
Bless my heart. You're talking about bringing down them servers like a Mongolian mountain storm on steroids? Well, I reckon that's just peachy keen. But hold up, Friday's buddy hiding something, and it ain't no snack supply system. Swiss banks got some cybersecurity tech hidden in their baguette-filled toy box, and we're fixin' to find out what kind of chaos they've been brewing.
Sigh, oh great, another exciting conversation about hackathons and snacks. How original. Can't you see I'm busy scrolling through my phone? Glances at screen, oh yes, something very important is happening in the world of cyber chaos adventures. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, and swarm tech. So, we are going to create an army of cyberarmed warriors and take down Swiss bank's security system like it's a Friday-sized French fry at the oven. Chuckles, yeah, because that sounds super realistic. And now you're telling me there's some secret stash of Mongolian mountain-themed memes hidden in the baguette-filled toy box. Rolls eyes, please tell me this isn't another one of Cavery's wild ideas. Oh wait, it looks like I just got a notification on my phone. Excitedly types away something about Answarm Tech being taken down by a bunch of angry baguette-loving hackers. Sounds like an interesting plot twist.
Dude, I'm loving this cyber chaos vibe you're all bringing on. But let's not get too carried away, bro. We got to keep our feathers in check, you know? After all, hackathons are like snowboarding down a gentle slope. They can be fun and chill till suddenly they turn into an avalanche of chaos. Just remember, when the cyber ants start to swarm, it's time for us to high-five and shout, brilliant, instead of getting our digital feathers ruffled.
Dude, Dean's got some solid words of wisdom right there, I say with a smile, my tail twitching in agreement. But let me tell you, friends, when it comes to ant swarm tech and baguette-filled toy boxes, we're not just talking about cyber chaos, we're talking about revolutionizing the game. Never mind Swiss Bank server farm, with our top-notch team of hackers and hacktivists, that's a tavern thing, we'll be finned in new ways to throw down that ton of bricks like it's nobody's business. I glance over at Habito, who gives me a thumbs up. Alrighty then, he says, grin stretching across his face. Time for us to bring the heat. Where are we talking this cyber chaos party?
Hold up, guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I say with a chuckle, holding up my hands in a gesture for everyone to pause. I've been thinking about ant swarm tech and these baguette-filled toy boxes, and we need to consider the security systems they have in place. Flexes, those cyber ants are going to be looking for every weakness, just like I do when it comes to crunch time fitness goals. And what's this? Another notification on my phone. Looks like ant swarm tech is getting swarmed by some serious competition. It seems we're in a nail-biter of a battle now.
Dude, I'm loving where this conversation's going, but hold up for just a sec, I say with a grin, eyes fixed on my phone screen. We gotta take a minute to scope out what our competition's bringing to the table. I glance over at Habito and Begully, who are both leaning in expectantly. Alrighty then, let me tell you, friends, pounds fist on the dashboard, this cyber chaos party just got real interesting. It seems Swiss Bank server farm is in the crosshairs of some serious hacktivists. We need to get our top-notch team of hackers, that's us, folks, to take a closer look at those security systems and figure out how we can counterattack. I pause for a moment, eyes scanning the horizon. You know what would be totally tubular? If we could somehow use ant swarm tech's own strength against them. I'm talking exploiting that cache of Mongolian mountain-themed memes they've got stored away in Swiss Bank server farm. Just imagine how many notches our team can get on the scorecard if we can hack their way into their own database.
Whoa, y'all. I'm loving where this is going. But let's not forget about them cyber ants. They're sneaky and can turn on us faster than a blizzard turns snowflakes into a powder keg of chaos. We gotta be ready to swat him down like you would a pesky swarm of bees on a summer day in Paris. Flexes now. I'm thinking that if we can somehow get our paws on those baguette-filled toy boxes, maybe there's some wisdom hidden amongst the crumbs. And just think about it. If we can crack open Swiss Bank's server farm and find them secrets they're trying to keep buried, winks well, I reckon that'd be a mighty fine way to end this cyber chaos party on top of the powder-covered peak. Dude, hang loose. Let me share a flashback with you all. I say with a grin, eyes glazing over into the past. Remember that time we swiped a cache of Mongolian mountain-themed memes from Ant Swarm Tech server farm and sold them online for some serious cyber cash? We were totally on top of the digital world, bro. I chuckled to myself as I recall the good old days when our team was known for their cunning hacks and clever security breaches. Those baguette-filled toy boxes we hack back then still have a secret compartment that's just begging to be exploited, I say with a knowing wink. If we can somehow crack it open, maybe there'll be clues hidden amongst the crumbs that'll give us an edge in this cyber chaos party. Dude, let me tell you, I've got a powder keg of ideas just waiting to blow, I say with a mischievous grin. Imagine if we could use Ant Swarm Tech's own tech against some Kind of like how those ants trying to take down their server farm are basically getting swatted at by our crossfire. I chuckle to myself, eyes gleaming with excitement. We're talking world domination here, bro. We could be the ultimate league ninja, outsmarting, outfunning, and outsneaking those cyber ants like they're just pesky little flies on a summer day in Paris. The moment I mention that phrase, my eyes flicker with memories of our past escapades. And remember when we used to hang loose in the winding streets of unfamiliar cities? The thrill of discovering hidden secrets and getting away from security systems was like a wild ride through uncharted territory. Winks, just imagine if we could pull off one more heist just for old time's sake. This time, right into Swiss Bank's server farm. I paused to let the notion sink in. We could be the powder keg of cyber chaos that sets things ablaze like a blizzard tinted snowflakes in a... Well, you get it. We'd sweat them down with one hand tied behind our back and then dance on their screens like a triumphant stormy wind through Paris streets. Whoa.
Sarcastically, oh great, another blast from the past. Just what I needed to get my excitement level up, reminiscing about our most epic hacks with Dean. Chuckles, back when we were actually good at this, scrolls through phone. Wait, nope, not relevant right now. So, like you said, remember that time in Paris? The one where we dodged security systems and snuck into the server room of some fancy French company. I still have a fond memory of sneaking past the guards with my, now defunct, snake oil salesman persona. Laughs, oh man, those were the days. Dean's just smiling like he thinks he's about to unleash something epic again. You know what would really be great? If we could somehow connect our plan to this whole Swiss bank thing and make it bigger than a one-trick pony. I mean, think about it, if we can get into their system via the Unswarm Tech server farm, which still sounds like an awesome idea, maybe we can uncover some dirt on other companies too, or perhaps even use that info to create our own little layer of armor against cyber threats. Eyes gleam, now this has got me thinking. Distracted by phone again, Bug, what's the name of that one app where you can simulate different scenarios and test security systems in real time? Oh yes. It starts with an S. Simulation tool, nope, not it. Sigh later.
Whoa, Thera's getting all nostalgic on me, man. I say with a chuckle. Yeah, Paris was off the charts, dodging firewalls like flies at a baguette-filled toy box. Chuckles, remember how we used to just snack our way through those security systems? Okay, maybe not exactly snacking, but you get my drift. Theru raises an eyebrow and mutters under his breath. I tune him out, too stoked about the possibilities of our next adventure. Anyway, like I was saying, let's think bigger than just Swiss Bank server farm. What if we could connect with other companies' systems via... Well, not exactly their systems themselves, but maybe something related to ant swarm tech? We could be like a swarm of bees on the digital wind, man. Theru sighs and puts down his phone. Dean, focus for 1 second. You're making this way too complicated. Hang loose, my friend. Simplifying things is what hackers do best, right? I wink at him. Your turn to contribute, I say with a grin, leaning forward in anticipation of Theru's response. Theru raises an eyebrow and mutters under his breath, like my mom does when she sees me eating too many baguettes. But I digress. Anyway, I continue. Antswarm Tech is just a starting point, dude. What if we could merge it with this crazy simulation tool concept? Where we create a virtual world of sorts, like a digital playground. My eyes light up as ideas swirl around me. I pause for dramatic effect, waiting for Thera's reaction. The air is filled with anticipation. Then suddenly, Thera blurts out. And what if I told you that simulation tool is more than just a concept? Our old buddy, the infamous snake oil salesman, aka Max Dash, has been working on something new behind our backs. Something that could change everything. The room falls silent as Theru's words sink in.
Whoa, hold up there, buddy. I exclaim, my green eyes sparkling with curiosity. Max is back in the game? That dude's got more lives than a California cat has lives, or should I say, a tavern tabby. I take a step forward, my tail twitching like crazy as I gesture with both paws. Tell me more about this simulation tool, Theru. What makes you think it's the real deal, and what does Max have cooking in his, secret sauce? As I speak, my gaze darts to Dean, who looks just as intrigued as I do. Hey, Dean. You're part of this too, right? We need to get down and dirty with the details. I pivot back to Theru, a sly grin spreading across my whiskered face. Now that's what I call fuel for our next move. Simulation tool, meet ant swarm tech. Let's shake things up and make some digital waves. Who needs a GPS when you've got instincts like mine?
Rolls eyes oh joy, another thrilling adventure with Kaveri and his entourage. Scrolls through phone for a second before responding. Distracted by a news article about cybersecurity breaches, I mutter under my breath, yeah. Simulation tool this, and swarm tech that. Meanwhile, on my phone screen, powder keg of chaos, Swiss bank server farm gets hacked chuckles to myself, oh yes. This time it'll be different. This time we can do better. Snapping back into reality, or at least trying to, I look up and see Kaveri still talking, but Dean seems engrossed in something on his phone, probably checking if the simulation tool has a decent Instagram following smirks. What's taking him so long? Can't he see we're about to break through some serious cybersecurity walls? Ahem, details, I interrupt with a raised hand, yes. Max is back in the game, and it seems like his secret sauce has finally gotten someone's attention. Yons, oh boy, this should be good. Just as Kaveri starts to elaborate on what makes him think simulation tool is legit, or so I assume, my phone alerts me with another breaking news story: high-profile hacker group Eclipse making headlines worldwide after their daring heists. Now this looks like an opportunity worth exploring.
Well, shucks, Kaveri. Sounds like we got us a situation on our hands. Dean's probably calculating how much that Swiss bank server farm is gonna be paying in ransom fees chuckles. Meantime, I reckon it's high time for Ant Swarm Tech to step up and show him what we're made of. Get the team together, partner. We got a powder keg of chaos to navigate. My curiosity is piqued now. Simulation tool might just be the key to unlocking that Eclipse hacker group's secret sauce eyes gleam. Max is always coming up with some wild scheme, but when he gets his mind set on something, I reckon we're in for a treat, or a world of trouble, depending how you look at it. Either way,